Hey, it's a brand new day, which means a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. I'm so glad you're here today. I hope your day, this day today, is going fantastically well and blessed. And you know what? If it's not, I'm glad you decided to spend a bit of time with me on the Rundown with Ramon. And if your day is going great, if it's going fantastically great, I'm still glad I get to spend a bit of time with you on this fantastic day that we're having so far. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. You can get to know me better at there, zoneofgenius.com or ramonray.com. We got a brand new episode, a lot of insight information for you today on the Rundown with Ramon. A lot we're going to cover, and that includes our flagship story. Anger does a lot more damage to your body than you realize. Those of you who have anger issues, it can really hurt you. How agile content marketing wins in a fast-changing digital world. 3 steps to living your truths. We got some insight from Seth Godin. Foundering or floundering? Love that headline. There is a difference. Temporarily closing a business. Tips on what you need to consider. 3 dimensions of purpose. Me, we, and world. We got something else coming up. I thought I was resilient until a devastating loss showed me resilience is not something you just have. Engineering your own luck. MIT Sloan challenges us to do that. Subheadline says companies that modularize and externalize their best capabilities are in a strong position to seize unexpected opportunities. What's next we got here? Lifelong learning, a personal quest, and 5 items from this grocery store aisle will help boost your brain health. And we're going to end on this from Financial Times, how to stop overacting at work. You're in for a treat today. We got a lot going on we're going to cover. Got people already joining here today. Thank you for that thumbs up emoji. Come to our Facebook side. Appreciate it very much. Let's get started right now. Ding, 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 ding. Anger does damage to your body. Some of you may have grown up in homes with deep anger issues from your parents. Some of you may have had anger issues yourself that you're trying to overcome and get the victory over. But did you know anger is not just a mental thing, but anger also does damage to your body, reports the Wall Street Journal, written by Sumathi Reddy. Anger is bad for your health in more ways than you think. Sumathi writes, getting angry doesn't just hurt our mental health, it's also damaging to our hearts, brains, and gastrointestinal systems. So I'm not going to go here on the whole proof or the talk about why getting angry can hurt your body. You can research that on your own. But I do want to highlight you and let you know, if you have anger issues and you fly off the handle so fast, so easy, get help. Go see a therapist, go talk to a mental counselor or somebody, whatever you call that kind of person that can help you. Talk to your pastor, breathe. There's things you can do to get over that anger. Maybe it's childhood trauma, but I want you to know that having anger is no bueno. And again, and also if you've grown up in a place around very angry people, if you can, remove yourself from them, because the last thing you want to do is on a regular basis, on a daily basis, in your work environment or home, last thing you want to do is be around people who are angry. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Content marketing wins in a digital world, writes our friends at Marketing Profs. As search algorithms and customer needs evolve at a rapid pace, brands struggle to keep their SEO and content marketing strategies relevant. The problem for brands today is what? In the early 2010s, this article says brands focused on keyword targeting and density to rank well in search and be discoverable. But the outdated approach no longer works, says Marketing Profs. Google's algorithms have become incredibly advanced at understanding semantic search intent and the contextual relevance of content. So they're talking about this aspect here of why agile content marketing works. It says here, to thrive, brands need an SEO and content marketing strategy that can iterate quickly based on these types of insights, ever evolving keywords, content performance data, market and competitor research, search algorithm changes, real-time audience insights. This is what it takes. Subheadline was really good here. More meaningful experiences and faster conversations. So ask yourself, what are best practices for an agile content approach? 1, build insights Build an insight pipeline to have a better understanding of what your customers want and what's happening in the world around you. Number 2, structure teams for agility. take an iterative approach. Think in content sprints, small batches, and constant learning. I'm not going to go on this thread too much more, but the point is content marketing, Deborah, glad you're here, is so important. And if you're not leveraging the power of content to grow your business, you are missing out. But understand the game has shifted. It's not just a game anymore of SEO. That's still going to be around for some time, but with AI quickly shifting here and where content is going to be driven to the search engine, to the AI bots and not your website, build your fan base, build your personal brand, let people know on your social, in your email, on YouTube, and on search, on your websites, and your blogs, on Substack, and other tools that are out there, that you have a place for them to get the information they need to grow their business, or however you're serving them. But that's what you want to do so that you are agnostic of and not dependent on search engines. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. 3 steps to living your truths. This is written by Michelle M. Sherman in Brains Magazine. What does it mean to live your truths? Deborah Williams, glad you're here with us. We humans are complex creatures. We have biases, uncertainties, passions, fears, and wants. Like many others, I've often discussed leadership from the perspective of the qualities of leaders, what to do and how to lead authentically. So 3 steps you can do. 1, clarify your unwavering values. What are the values that you have that are simply non-negotiable? Do you even have values, or do you just go flim-flam around based on how the world is? What are your values that are non-negotiable? That's important to understand. Number 2, explore and boldly go where you've never gone before. Nurture your curiosity. Identify and understand the origins of why you're biased. Commit to honoring who you are. Who are you as a person? Who are you? Who do you want to be? Where are you going? And where have you come from? But you don't have to give in to every shift of the wind, every political ideology, every friend of yours who wants you to shift. Understand your value and who you are and stick with it. Listen, everybody, if you just joined, you know where you're at. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm Ramon Ray. Started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books, here to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. Foundering or floundering, writes Seth Godin. Always love his advice. Listen to what Seth Godin writes. Floundering is flopping around and making little progress. A Dutch word for getting mired and lost. Foundering is what we call it when the ship goes down. It's an ancient French word based on bottom. Too often, in our desperate attempt to not founder, we flounder. Better, I think, to go down with energy and direction than to simply meander. It turns out that calmly executing a plan makes it less likely you'll sink. Foundering, I love it, is what we call it when the ship goes down. It's an ancient word based on bottom. I love this. So keep this in mind. And the operable thing that Seth Godin tells us, too often in a desperate attempt to not founder, we end up floundering. And I'm repeating this again. Better, I think, to go down with energy and direction than simply to meander, especially if that's the only choice you have. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Deborah Williams, always love insights from you. Content marketing can help to build relationships in a way, while SEO tends to be more transactional. Deborah Williams, exactly right. And I think we have to shift how we're doing, quote unquote, content as time goes on, and realize we're writing for humans, as Raju Vigesna of Zoho is often saying, we're writing for humans, not for robots. Ding, 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 ding. Temporarily closing a business is not easy to do, but there's some guidelines we can do, gotten from allbusiness.com, written by Emily Easterson, that can help. Create a plan for your financial paperwork. Communicate a temporary business closure to customers and employees. Communication is so important when you have to close a business for whatever reason. Maybe money didn't come in the way you did. You had a sickness in the family and you didn't build the systems to keep the business running. How will you collect and pay bills while you're on leave? If you have a physical location, what will you do with it while you're on leave? Is your inventory liable to go stale while you're on leave? So as you're closing a business, especially if it's a temporary situation, think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, it's very important to keep that in mind. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon as we move along to today's show on the Rundown with Ramon. And I want to say one thing today. If you're hearing the sound of my voice and you haven't yet picked the phone, you haven't yet sent somebody a WhatsApp message, you haven't yet sent somebody a DM on Facebook, you haven't yet made an impact to somebody else, maybe you want to take the time and do that today. Life is short. Life is not easy. And it's important to make connections to those you want to make connections to and to make new connections so you can do your part to make the world a better place. Now back to our regularly scheduled program, but I did want to throw that in. Ding, 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 ding. Me, we, and world. I'm getting a bit esoteric today. I get mindset-ish, but I think these things are important. Sometimes we can be too transactional. Forbes writer Nell Derek DeBovos writes the following: 3 dimensions of purpose, me, we, and world. Parties of outcomes. Have you ever woken up after a great party with an afterglow of warm feelings? Attending the purpose party has similar results, from satisfaction with your life to your business's bottom line to the state of the world. Things look better when we understand why we're here. And he has this concept, the dimension of we. The first dimension of impact is on yourself, who you are, and the airlines are right. If you don't put the proverbial oxygen mask over yourself, how can you help somebody else if you are not healthy and well? Your health and happiness are important. Your mental health is important. What is your professional sense of being? Are you focused on that? Yourself. Sounds selfish, but you got to take care of yourself first. Then you have the second dimension, the dimension of we. The second dimension of the impact we have by leading purposefully is on the formal and informal teams to which we belong. The performance and profitability of your team, your family's holistic well-being, mutual support and collaboration in your community. Now we get to we after we've come from me. And then the writer here in Forbes has the third one, the world. Our final dimension of impact is the world, the outcomes we have on people on the planet beyond the confines of direct relationships. What's up, Alexandria Nicole? Glad you're here. But this really hit me when I saw this. We got to look at ourselves. Am I okay? Is my mental health okay? My physical health okay? Am I okay as a person? After we can know, are we okay? Second of all, then we got to think, what impact am I making on other people in my direct vicinity? Am I building up my community? Am I taking care of my family? Am I leveraging the resources and things I have in life to make the world a better place? Is the third one. It goes beyond than just us, beyond just our family, but are we building the resources and content information that we can use to impact the world? We can't impact the entire world, but I challenge you, if we each start our day by thinking out, how can I help somebody else? How can I impact even my neighbor? I guarantee the world will be a better place. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, resilience is not something you just have. Interesting concept here, an entrepreneur. Love this headline. It's written by Mita Malik. I thought I was resilient until a devastating loss showed me resilience is not something you just have. I did not understand resilience at all. That became clear when my father died. He was stable and he was a stable, inspiring force in my life. And with him gone, I felt in free fall. I started isolating myself. I lost focus at work. My decades of experience and confidence slipped away. So we think we're one way, but we're not. And she says she's grieving, carried his handkerchief everywhere she went. It reminded me to do as I'd watched him do, to establish routines at work, to focus my attention, to practice self-care. We think we're strong. We think we are resilient. Hey, Kimberly Wyckoff, glad you're here. And to some degree, maybe of us are. But until, as Mike Tyson says, the plan is always good until you step in the ring and get punched in the proverbial face. Maybe we're not as resilient as we think we are. But we don't have to be born resilient. Resilience is something, Kimberly, is something, Alexandria, is something, Deborah, that we can learn from and that we can do. The power of being resilient. But oftentimes it's something we think we are, but really we're not until we have that Try it out. My name is Ramon Ray. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Engineer your own luck. I always love talking about this topic. MIT Sloan talks about this aspect, and sometimes we do too many things and wait for something good to happen to us. We wait for something to happen. But maybe that thing will never happen. Maybe we have to get up and take a stand to be in the right room with the right people who can impact us the right way we want to go and who we can mutually impact as well. So I don't believe in luck per se, just randomness. I get it. But I think what's more important, especially for us in business, if I want to sell red cups and more red cups, why don't I be at the sales event of red cup aficionados? I'll sell a lot more red cups. So you can't just Zoom your way, hide your way, work from home your way. Oftentimes it's about building great relationships. Oftentimes it's about how can I make an impact? Often it's about shaking hands. Oftentimes it's about having a phone call. Oftentimes it's about having a coffee or a tea or a lunch. Yes, you can wait for luck to happen. But you know what's better than waiting for luck to happen, waiting by the side of the road for randomness to happen, is you purposing every day to increase your odds of success, to increase your chances of success every single day. That's what my encouragement is for you today, Alexandria. That's what my encouragement is for you today, Deborah. That's what my encouragement is for you today, Kimberly. And if you're joining us here on the Rundown with Ramon, feel free to put a little bit about your company and put a link. Love to bring that up on the screen as well as we help people understand who each other is. But don't wait. Don't wait. I remember in 2005, I was tired of applying for events, tired of applying to speak, tired of waiting to be called, tired of this and that. I said, you know what? I'll build my own event business and I'll host it. It was called the Small Business Summit. We launched in 2006 and did like 10, 12 or so years of events. I made it happen, Karen. That's exactly right. Made it happen. And we all are challenged and called to do the same. This is important. Love it. We got an input here from somebody. I just taught a lesson on how to properly network and how it starts with being in the room. That's exactly right. You got to be in the right room with the right people to advance where you want. And of course, make the right approach as you're networking and working with them. If you just joined, you know who this is. Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. Get to know me better at ramonray.com, zoneofgenius.com. Sign up for our email newsletter so you don't miss out on anything. There's 2 different email newsletters, so you definitely want to check them out. Let's keep moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. Lifelong Learning, a Personal Quest, written by our friends at Brains. I like this aspect because I think if we all make a personal effort to learn more, we'll be better off. To never stop learning, writes Lulia Rakovita, executive contributor to Brains magazine. Acquiring new knowledge or skills is absolutely so important. Studying is one of the safest ways to learn as an adult. Challenging long-held beliefs. I wrote a whole article on unlearning through drawing. Learning experiments. Acquiring new knowledge or skills is one thing, and implementing what you've learned is another. What you've learned, you may fail at times, or a lesson learned as you go on. But the writer says here, it's not too late. Live life with eyes open, yearning and earning to learn. Be a lifelong learner. Never stop being willing to take input from people. Now, you want to be careful who you're taking input for, but if you have an open mind, that's how you can be sure that you're a lifelong learner and you live life in abundance. Our tagline at zoneofgenius.com, live life fulfilled. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward here, a few more things to cover on the Rundown with Ramon. Grocery items that help boost your brain health. Listen, what you eat, what you put in your body can impact how you are. Turmeric contains the active ingredient curcumin, which is heavily responsible for turmeric's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant qualities. Mint, according to Fortune, consuming fresh or dried mint may also help strengthen the brain. Garlic and ginger. Garlic and ginger are vital spices for immune health. Garlic is a prebiotic that helps balance your gut by stimulating healthy bacteria growth. Chilies. Spicy food lovers are in luck. Capsaicin is responsible for giving chilies their heat factor. It's also been used as a homeopathic remedy for a variety of ailments and can also boost your mood. Listen, what you eat is so important. Stars Tina's here. Stars Tina Wilson, it's so good to have you here. Glad you're here. Always make me smile when I see you. And I know you do good work on your shows and the people you impact, ladies and women over 40. And I believe children too, it is now. So thank you, Stars Tina, for being here today. This is the Rundown with Ramona. We're going to close on one thing: how to stop overacting at work. We're going to touch on this as we begin to end the show. And yes, Stars Tina, consistency, just showing up and so important. But Financial Times talks about overacting at work. We're those people at work that somebody says something, the boss says something shifts or changes, and we get all flustered. Oh my God. But the lesson of the day is maybe we shouldn't do that so much. Maybe we shouldn't overact. Maybe we should find out, why does this overaction happen? We weren't taught everything in school. Why weren't we taught this at school? Is a good book. Everything we do in life, Alice says, relates to this basic human desire to have our needs met. And sometimes, I guess, when those needs aren't met, we overreact. But the thing I want you to do today is understand and ask yourself, why am I acting this way at all? Why am I overreacting? Or why am I acting in a negative way in some way, shape, or fashion? That's what I want you to do today to live your best life. Have you enjoyed this edition of the Rundown with Ramon? You know what? I've enjoyed giving it to you. Before we end, I got about 4 more tips I want to give you. We'll go real quick that I want you to take note of. But before that, let's take a 10-second break. All right, I'm back. So you're ready for the last few tips of the day. And I say this at each time. Each time I do it, I say this. And that's one: if you've enjoyed this content, definitely check us out at zoneofgenius.com, and sign up for our email newsletter. Number 2, I invite you to be clear on what you really, really want. What do you want to do? What don't you want to do? Be clear on that. Ask yourself, and I challenge you, do you even want to be in business, Alexandria? Do you want to be in business even? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, are you hungry enough for the success to get to where you want to be? I hope your pricing is right, that it's premium for us smaller businesses. You're not the cheapest on the market. Understanding that your mindset is everything and is a game changer to how successful you are or not. And then my best tip of the day: ask yourself, what do you do best? Love some comments coming here. Alexandra Nicole says, trauma responses play a part as well to overreaction inside and outside of work. Absolutely. And that's why getting in touch with a mental health professional, somebody who can help you and understand you and walk with you through healing and growing, is the best route to do it. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're being here today. I'll see you in the next edition of the Rundown with Ramon. And until next time, be blessed and be well. And thanks for being here. And go make an impact in the world, make a difference. See you next time. And that's a wrap. Be hungry. That's exactly right, Karen. Be hungry to get to where you want to be. I'm out of here. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Thanks for being here.